If you're a shoe lover, then you are in for a treat because today we are diving into the top 10 shoe trends for 2025 straight from the runways and from the trend reports, going through Vogue, Who What Wear, Refinery29, Glamour, and more. Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. I have been mulling over the idea of doing some more specific deep dives when it comes to specific fashion topics, and I just love the conversations that we have when it comes to trends, so expect more videos like this from me. Now, if you are new here, my name is Amanda. Lovely to meet you. I love to talk about style, lifestyle, and travel when I can, and today it's all about shoes. So whether you are a heels devotee, a flat fanatic, or someone who just honestly loves to stay ahead of the style game or in the know, I think that this video is really gonna have something for everyone. Personally, I have finally reached the point where I know my style, and I very much am in that lane right now, but I just love seeing what's gonna be kind of filtering down through the high street and building that better understanding of why I am maybe seeing something in shops or maybe even more in the media. I have researched these trends to bring you the most wearable, hopefully exciting and fashion-forward styles to plan for the year ahead, with a kind of strong focus on spring summer. So if you stick around, there's also a bonus chapter at the end, which I will reveal maybe the most talked about color and pattern for 2025 when it comes to shoes. But as always, grab something that you absolutely love, get cozy, and let's step into the trends that are sure to define the wardrobes of the most fashionable for 2025 when it comes to shoes. I hope you see something that you love. Chapter 1. You may not have expected this, but let me tell you, you will see a lot of it soon, and that is clogs. We are kicking things off with a trend that is equal parts cozy and cool. Maybe I can convince you. Clogs are back and they are bigger, literally, than ever. It's designers like Miu Miu, Hermes, Ulla Johnson, Burberry. They have all embraced, now don't take this the wrong way, the ugly cute silhouette. If you were already invested, it's still cute. It's reinventing a modern twist with jumbo studs, shearling details, and even peep toes, which we will touch more on later, outside of the clog era. Many stylists have been sharing how clogs work with everything from wide leg jeans to flowy dresses, and their comfort factor definitely makes them an easy choice for everyday wear. You can pair them with chunky socks, for example, a quirky touch, or just keep it sleek with a bare ankle and a cropped pant. I honestly love the idea of more shoes in my collection that are just easy to slip on and slip off, and this style definitely accommodates that. No, I don't have any clogs currently in my wardrobe, so who knows? This could be one I might embrace, but I think I personally maybe will need to see more examples of how this could be styled in spring summer. But a cute little clog, a summer dress, easy carefree lifestyle. Chapter 2 is Mary Jane's and T-bars. If you haven't heard about them, well, they've definitely been around for a long time, so we will get into that. Mary Jane's and T-bars are back also in a big way for 2025, kind of leaning more into that preppy, academic aesthetic that has been bubbling up in recent seasons. Another one on this list will definitely give a nod to that. But before we dive into their current revival, let's step back in time. You guys know, if you've been here before, I am a bit of a fashion history nerd. It's so fun to see when these iconic styles really did start for humanity. So let's talk a little bit about this one specifically because it's really fun. T-bar shoes emerged in the early 1900s, and they truly gained popularity in the 1920s and in the 50s. In the 20s, T-straps became a favorite amongst women who were eager to show off their feet after years of wearing long dresses and heavy boots. They were designed to stay securely on the foot while showcasing as much skin as possible, baby. I know, so scandalous to what we're seeing now. They were chic yet functional, and they were kind of really inspired by that flapper era. Can you picture it now? In the 1950s, T-bar sandals became more of a staple for children. They were often paired with socks, short trousers, and shirts, making them a semi-formal shoe, ideal for special occasions or even going to school. However, the cultural shift in the 1960s really saw the popularity of this shoe wane, and that was because the Western fashion trend kind of underwent a dramatic revolution. So that's T-bars, but Mary Jane's, on the other hand, have definitely had a leg legacy just as rich. Originally named after the character in the 1902 comic strip Buster Brown, these shoes gained widespread popularity also in the 1920s. They remained a style staple throughout the 20th century, and their enduring charm is definitely thanks to fashion icons like Twiggy in the 1960s and Jane Birkin, who I feel like we're hearing even more about these days in the 1970s, who gave Mary Janes just that kind of timeless yet modern allure. So many different types of them now as well. Straps became thinner over time and were often even embellished in sequins and semi-precious stones, elevating their appeal even further to the masses. And in the mid-2000s, it's Alexa Chung who put her own spin on the style, cementing their place in closets of fashion-forward women everywhere. Okay, so now that we've got that under our belt, now let's fast forward to 2025 and how this can apply to us. Both T-bars and Mary Janes are certainly making waves once again, and many designers are imagining the nostalgic silhouettes, so not too much of a departure of what we have seen. Pairing them with knee-high socks, pleated skirts, and that icy blue or silver finish, which is a big color trend for this year. Whether you gravitate towards a flat Mary Jane, a block heel, a metallic T-bar, these styles are definitely ready to add that vintage charm. Personally, I have two pairs of Mary Janes, like I mentioned. One is like a really high one, and one is more that typical Mary Jane, both from Cezanne. I'll tag them in the description. But I'm excited to maybe find myself a T-bar sandal or even a block heel this summer. I think they're so pretty and really feminine and definitely add that vintage flair that we were just talking about. But I totally understand if this one's not in your style. Okay, so I said we were gonna talk about academia, and this one is back better than ever. I feel like it never really went out, but it kind of waned for a little bit, and that is loafers. Loafers have officially shed their stuffy reputation. They're stepping back into 2025 as one of the chicest trends of the year. And like I said, it hasn't been a long time since they have been out, but we were really seeing the kind of that chunky loafer a couple of years ago. That'll still be a part of it, but there's a bit more of a wider range. The one that I'm really referring to, Prada's elastic back loafer, to Todd's ostrich leather designs, gold details. They're really having fun, the designers, with these loafers, and they're no longer just for the office. I'm curious, do you have a pair of loafers in your wardrobe currently? I've tried it before. I bought a Cole Haan one years ago, but they ended up giving me such bad blisters. So this year, I think I'm gonna try to find a pair that I can actually wear on an everyday basis. It's definitely gonna come down to that fit material. So whether you opt for a scrunched leather pair, platforms, classic penniless style, which I think that's where I wanna go, there's definitely something for everyone. It adds an effortlessly cool look to your outfit, undeniably. And this style paired with socks really gives it a preppy vibe, or you could go sleek and minimalist with a tailored trouser and no appearance of socks. I feel like we're flying now. Number 4 is wedges. These shoes, they are wedging their way back. Too much? I don't know, sometimes I'm sorry. Wedges are back, and they are definitely not limited just to sandals. This season, you will find wedges on boots, on sneakers, on pumps. Chloe's viral wedge sandal has definitely set the tone for other designers like Saint Laurent and Burberry and Versace, definitely following suit in this area of shoe fanatics. But what's really great about wedges that I don't want you to cast them out right away, it's their versatility. They offer height without sacrificing comfort. I often find they are a lot more comfortable than a stiletto heel, that's for sure. You can pair them with flowy skirts, tailored separates, and they are equal parts easygoing, but also elevated. They also have a kind of young appeal. So this is just my personal take. I think if you're looking for something that gives you a boost and maybe like a youthful feminine energy, a wedge is a great addition to your shoe wardrobe. I found a pair on the high street from Zara last summer, and I really love them. They're super comfortable. They tie up around my ankle, and they're just kind of a fun shoe to push the boat out during the summer. So you don't really have to invest in a trend like this if you're not 100% sure if it's for you yet. This is just your sign that we will be seeing them a lot more, so there'll also be more options out there. Okay, trend 5 actually flows really nicely, and I didn't even mean to do this. This is just pure serendipity. I mentioned lace-ups on my wedges, but lace-up details are actually number 5 for trends. Lace-ups are taking over. And it's all about the details in different ways. So let me explain a little bit further. From delicate ankle ties, which you may be picturing already, seen at Chloe, to a more functional, this is the one I didn't expect, lace-up boxing sneaker at Dior and Loewe. This trend definitely adds a touch of intrigue, texture, kind of like interest to your outfit. And what I found here is we're just seeing more string on footwear. String or ribbon or just lace up detail. So the question always is, how can we style this? For a minimal look, I would opt personally for like leather ties wrapped around the ankle on a sandal for the summer, like a gladiator. Or if you're feeling bold and you really want to dive into something new, you could try the boxing inspired sneaker, like a little boxer out there, a thin, hyper thin sole, and those lace up details. These styles are perfect for adding edge to your wardrobe, especially the latter. And I would say it's just kind of a nice detail to add to spring summer footwear, just to add a little bit of whimsy and romance to your sandals. Have you heard that peep toes are coming back? That is chapter 6, trend number 6. It has been a minute since we have really dipped our toes into this area of fashion. Peep toes are making a triumphant return for 2025 after a long hiatus. It's designers like Tory Burch, Miu Miu, Acne Studios. They are all giving those early aught silhouettes a modern twist with misaligned cutouts, sculptural heels, and playful colors. But I get it. Sometimes when we're looking on the runway, it's hard to actually see yourself wearing that. So how could we style this in our everyday? Well, just knowing what a peep toe is. I've got some pictures here. You guys have seen this before. Whether you're pairing this with a flowy maxi dress, sculptured suits, peep toes are kind of that perfect blend, again, bringing nostalgia and that vintage feel, but giving it a fresh, more modern take, especially with like a tailored trouser. They're also surprisingly versatile. They transition really easy from day to night. And all I'm saying is peep toes are back. Toe season is coming, even though it's quite cold outside right now. So book those manicures in now. If you're sitting there like, Amanda, I know I'm not ready to show my toes, and it's just like not a part of what I want my life to look like. Well, that's okay, because retro sneakers are trend number 7, and this has been a topic for a couple of years now. This is the one that you've definitely been experiencing for the past few seasons, whether that be spring, summer, fall, winter. Retro sneakers are here to stay. We are talking that slim, low profile style dominating the runways. It's Loewe, Gucci, Miu Miu, who all kind of showcase this on theirs. And these cuts are sporty, yet arguably sophisticated. They pair effortlessly with tailored suits and casual jeans, as I've seen so many examples of this on Pinterest from the coolest kind of city chic style girls. For the day-to-day, you could definitely style them with like a unique contrasting sock or something with a fringe. Retro sneakers are the ultimate blend of fashion and function, making them a must-have for 2025 and something really easy to add to your wardrobe. Personally, I have had my eyes on a brown suede pair of gazelles for the past year and a bit, and I think I am finally ready to take the plunge. I'm going to be chasing a little one around soon, so I kind of need form and function to be a part of my story. But I would love to know whether you have already incorporated this into your shoe wardrobe. I love that my idea of doing the brown suede also follows the trend of suede quite nicely. My question is, if you have invested in these, have you invested in gazelles or sambas, or you found a totally different kind? Please let me know in the comments down below, because I have not pulled the trigger yet. So I would love to have some more advice from you guys. And if you really want to go fashion forward, try to get them in a really fun color. I've also seen this done in really fun cherry reds, and it always just seems to make an outfit pop. Or a blue. 3 quick ones left, and then I will get to our bonus, but chapter 8 is thong sandals. This was only mentioned in one of these articles specifically that I'll source at the end in the bibliography, but I will say that I have been hearing this buzzing around from a few fashion experts and even just fashion forward girlies that I know here online, so I had to include it, especially the ones who really show up on Pinterest and voice the wearable styles. So the 90s, they are officially calling again, and they are bringing those thong sandals back. Tibby, Alaya have also reimagined the minimal staple but with platforms, triangle uppers, and even elevated materials like leather and suede. Suede being mentioned once again, but this time in the spring and summer months. And thong sandals are definitely perfect for summer. They pair beautifully with loose fitting suits, pedal pushers, tiered skirts, nice flowy dresses, and it's proof that sometimes less is really more. And no doubt there are a lot of designers that are really playing with the base of the thong sandal to make it something a little bit more than it currently is, but that less is more. Just picturing like a very simple brown or black thong sandal mixed with, you know, all of kind of those basic outfits that we've already talked about. It just kind of gives that effortlessly cool girl vibe. So if that's something you're looking for in the upcoming season, then maybe that's the way to go versus a tie-up sandal, for example. Someone who I feel like does this really well is Anna from the Anna Edit, actually. She does a really good job with that, and she has been for a couple years. I was watching a few of her styling videos, and she was saying, you know, some of you guys love it, some of you guys hate it, and that's the thing. In these trends, it may not be for you, but it's definitely for someone else. And I just kind of like that. That's what fashion brings out in us, our own personal style. It's kind of funny that chapter 9 comes right after what I was just saying, because I feel like I'm about to fully contradict myself when it comes to embracing other people's styles, because chapter 9 is one that sent the shivers just right down my back once again, because it is transparency. Now let me explain. We are talking shoes that are like that glass looking, loose-light plastic. Mesh I'm okay with, that is a part of this style. Mesh I'm okay with continuing because there is a bit of coverage there, but all of this has been dominating the runways. And it's Gucci and Victoria Beckham that are really leading the charge, offering everything from transparent wedges to those mesh designs. This trend is for those who love a barely there aesthetic. Stylists say that you should pair transparent shoes with bold colors to keep it monochromatic for a sleek and a modern look. But I'm just saying, whenever I see these shoes, I just think of having sweaty toes in high school. And I don't mean to yuck your yum if this is for you. I'm just saying that I think whenever we see these trends, and we could totally not agree, which many times we don't, from doing these trend videos a few times. But for me personally, one of my biggest rules when it comes to shopping this year is if it's not an enthusiastic yes, it's an enthusiastic no. And our final 10 before our bonus is Nouveau heels. I thought we would move on swiftly so we don't get in a fight. Heels are stepping back into the spotlight. I feel like we really haven't talked about heels specifically in the past few years, which seems weird because it's almost a given in your shoe wardrobe, but a lot of people were just kind of putting the heels down. This year, the phrase that I was really seeing in these articles, which I loved, that kind of encapsulated it all, was Nouveau heels. So avant-garde styles, all about making a statement, sculptural designs, asymmetric cutouts, and innovative materials. Kate, Bottega Veneta, Prada, all at the forefront of this trend, offering heels that are as much art as footwear. I really think that it's been Loewe in the past few years personally that loves to play with modern art and heels, like the lipstick or soap heels that you have seen. I'll put a couple on the screen if you have no idea what I'm talking about. But it's just a really cool way to show personality in your outfit. And if you've got a luxury budget, you might as well have some fun with it. It's definitely good news if you're looking to add a really bold, unique piece to your collection. Nouveau heels are a way that you can kind of step away from the classic pump, but I think I still just might stay in mine. I know that you guys love color and pattern, so let that be our bonus. Before we wrap up this video, let's talk about the most talked about shoe color and pattern for 2025, and that is red. Like a cherry red, a poppy red, and animal print. From fiery red boots, inspired by Dorothy's ruby red slippers, to leopard and snakeskin designs at Valentino and Ganni, these bold choices are perfect for making a statement and adding a lot of fun to that quiet luxury we've been embracing for the past few years. How can you start to think about doing this? If you're feeling adventurous, pair a red shoe with a neutral outfit or mix animal prints for a playful, eclectic vibe. Red has been trending in the warmer months for the past few years. I can recall Tomato Girl Summer, European Girl Red Summer as well being a really big thing. and especially if it's done right. But also, what does a trend being done right really mean? That's just my opinion. I think that a pop of red is a great timeless way to play with your outfit. And just a quick note on the animal print, the last couple years, you are probably thinking, oh yeah, we've been talking about animal print too, but it's been actually just that big focus on leopard print specifically. This year, we're getting the whole safari involved. It's zebra, snake, etc. Whatever you can kind of think of, that is all on the table. So choose your character. And there you have it, guys. That is the top 10 shoe trends that I was able to get for 2025 from the top fashion watchdogs, and a little bit of bonus inspiration to keep your wardrobe fresh and fabulous, hopefully for specifically spring summer, but I'm sure some of these will follow us into fall winter in 2025 as well. And as always, I would love to hear which trends really grabbed your eye. Maybe there's one of these that you're like, oh, I was actually just about to declutter that, so I'm gonna dust that off and bring out my peep toe once again. It's definitely a broad list, but I think that there's something that works for everyone here. What I really like when doing these videos is kind of thinking about different ways that I can personally push the boat out when it comes to my personal style and just have fun with things. But then also at the same time knowing there are some that are gonna be left in the shop for me for someone else to try. But if you made it this far, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel, join more of the fashion inspiration. I also love to do vlogs and home stuff here, and yeah, it just really helps my little corner of this dream grow. I have some big goals for this YouTube channel this year, so I'd love to have you. Plus, there are some more trend videos coming down the pipeline that are specific just like this. In these ones, I like to insert more of my opinion, but in the overall year one, it's just kind of like, here it is. Take it for what you will. This is just what we've been seeing. But thank you guys so much for making it this far. I love ya, and I'll see ya in the next one. Bye.